Today we're taking over 60 items, adding them to our Just Junk kit, and we are making at least 6 embellishments. This is the mini challenge in the challenge 6.2. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, it's Julie. Welcome to mini challenge in the challenge 6.2. So we are here on the 11th of June. The deadline for this will be June 18th. And so 6.1, the deadline is today, Friday, June 11th. Okay, so we are going to be using a variety of items. We're going to be able to add some items into our little kit so that we have some pretty things to work with. And remember, the only way you can add these items in is to actually finish your mini challenge in the challenge. Okay, so we will be adding in 6 guest checks. Okay, so any variety that you want. These are Easter egg dyed. And then I have some pretty pinky peach ones. Okay, we are going to add in 6 smaller tags. Okay, so 6 smaller tags assorted. This one is Easter egg dyed ombre. 6 note papers. Okay, so 6 note papers can be added into your kit, and we'll be using these items to make our mini challenge in the challenge. 10 tickets. So these can be single tickets. They can be a long line of tickets like this. Then we have 24 sequins or table scatter. So this came from my table scatter from an Easter kit, and then I have some sequins that I'm going to be adding in here. And then 10 blooms of silk flowers. Okay, so I took some off of here, and you can take your greenery off of the, and that's just a free, because it becomes trash, right? So it becomes junk, so it's going over there this time. Okay, so I had 1, 2, 3, let's see, 4, 5, 6, and 1 broken half. That's 7. And so we'll be adding this one, 8. And then I can add a few more as I find them. Okay, so because I'm not going to go ahead. I've got this here on the side that I can use if I need it. But you can add up to 10 silk flowers and then 4 paper clips. Okay, so 4 paper clips. So let's go ahead and we'll make the little list here. We got 4 paper clips, 6 guest checks, 6 note papers, 6 assorted small tags, 10 tickets, 10 silk flowers, and 24 sequins. That's a lot, but what we're going to be making today is, and 1 napkin. Oops, 1 napkin. Okay, so over here, I have, what the Patreons received for the Emerald Patreons. This is their embellishment kit for April. And so I have a napkin in here, and I'm actually going to use that napkin. So that wasn't April, that was May. This was their May embellishment kit. So I have this napkin that I picked up when Tom and I went for Mother's Day, and I think it's going to be perfect for this. Okay, So that's a lot of things that we're adding in this week. And so we want to make sure that we get the ply off our napkins. And it kind of feels like there's another one on here. Yeah, there is. Okay. Okay, so there's that. And then we end up with a very faint piece. Look at that. We'll be utilizing that. So you can save your inside piece if you wanted to. Okay. So I'm taking the napkin out of my embellishment kit for my May embellishment kit. Oh, one more thing. You get 24 inches of a strip of fabric, okay? And your strip can like between 1 and 2 inches. So 24 inches strip of fabric. Okay. So we have all these fun things, and we are going to make 6 embellishments to start with. And so let's go ahead and start with since we have paper clips. One of my favorite things is to fold your ticket in half. I have these really fun paper clips. I think they're going to be fun with my Mary Englebright theme that I have going on. So you can also use items from your little kit that you've put together. You can use your parts of your 11 elements. This is a great place to use your other junk that you collected for the Just Junk Journal, the June Just Junk Journal Challenge. Now, do remember that the other thing that's really cool about Mini Challenge and the Challenge is these do not have to be for your actual challenge journal. These can be for an upcoming project that you have, or an ongoing project that you have that you want to finish, or just items to add to your stash. So that's kind of a cool little side thing there. So I've used the fabric tack to go ahead and close that. And I have the, this is digital. It is from the Garden and Veggies. I'm going to see if I have one that has more flowers on it. I do. This one. Okay. So this is Garden Veggies digital kit from Dear Julie Julie. And I'm actually going to use this punch. And I'm going to go in and punch some flowers to use in my journal. So these need to be, might as well go to this side. Okay. So look how cool those are. And so we'll go ahead and grab a couple more. Okay, so you might have something out there like that you can use. I think that that's kind of fun. And I'm going to put this back in my little, I have a file folder over here holding some of my junk items. So the other thing I did is I took the map page and I've punched out some of the map flowers as well. And I did these, I thought that they were really cool because they had the yellow in them. And I thought that that was going to be really fun to have for making embellishments. So could be making like clusters. This has they used pinking shears. And I do have some. Mine are bigger than what they used, but I think that this will be kind of cool. We'll go ahead and cut some squares out of this. Okay. Okay. So here we have our ticket, and I can add some fabric. So remember, each of these things we're going to want to have at least three embellishments on. That's just kind of my rule of thumb that I do. Okay. We have that. We could possibly put one of the big yellow flower and then one of these little. Okay, or the map. Let's see. Okay, we had one that broke. What if we try this one? Okay, so I'm just showing you ways to do it like this, and it's actually smaller. Okay, you can take your flowers apart. Okay, if I go up close to the top, part of it might actually stick out, which I think might be kind of cool. Okay, so let's go with, but I don't want to cover up my numbers because remember, I like numbers. Okay, so I am using the fabric tack because I'm using fabric at this point. Okay. So there I've made a smaller flower. Bring in our map flower. Okay. So, and the map is part of my junk. You could even add like a piece of dryer sheet right here, or a piece of your lace if you needed to add some other color. And I don't know where that, oh, it's stuck on my finger. Okay. Okay. There's that. And then we have part of our okay, so then we'll add this, and that is going to get, and I've folded it over, and I'm going to go ahead and use my okay, so paper clip. So a ticket paper clip is one of the things that we are making. I'll write that down there. Okay, so all of these items have been added to our thing now, and to our little kit, and now we just need to make these things using them. So we're going to go ahead and make another one. Another ticket paper clip. and then I'm going to come over here and grab the, oh, let's make sure that this stays on. Okay. Okay, I'm thinking, I really like the blue image. Okay, I'm going to come down here and cut around this blue image. Okay, and you can rip around it. Okay, so this little blue image, I love that. Okay, our map piece fell on the floor. Also, I lost a few things over here have fallen on the floor. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add this piece of the map on here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cover this, put the map on. I'm making it like decoupage. Okay, I'm not going to do the, it is going to be like dry decoupage because, but I want you to see the map and the numbers through the napkin. Okay. About putting it on top, but we're going to try it. Okay, so there's that. And down here, I'm just going to add the little map and the little flower. Okay, and then we'll grab this piece of this. I'm going to go ahead and fold it in half because that'll give me two pieces that I can use on. This is from my shirt that I'm using on this in the challenge for my garment. My glue is not dry on the front of this. Let them dry before you. Okay. And again, I'm going to staple it. And that's because it, there we go. Okay, there we go. So that gives us a second paper clip. Now let's move on to a guest check. Let's start with a pink one. Okay. And oh gosh, I'm thinking about using this as a stencil. Where I punched out my flowers. I still haven't added a stencil to my kit. Okay, so there's my guest check with a little bit of decoration on it. Maybe go around the outside too. Okay, you know I like to take this piece off. Okay. And then I'm thinking this big pot of flowers that's right here on the edge. Okay. And I really like this. I'll go ahead and undo this whole thing here. I like this one up here with the blue and the yellow. I think that's a good fit for this. This journal. Okay. Okay, so from your items, you want to use at least 4 of your items, sorry. 4 of the items from the list of things that I gave you. And, okay, so there's that, like that. And I think we can do this up the top. Or should we do another map? Okay, well, okay, so I like this down here. I'm going to go ahead and this time I am going to do the dry emboss, but I'm going to use our Tombow Mono liquid glue. Okay, so I'm going to go around the outside of the image, okay, where the lines are. So I'm going around the pots. Then I'm going to draw the lines of the stems of, looks like herbs. And then I'm going to go around the outside of the whole piece of napkin. Okay. I call this dry emboss, or dry decoupage, because I'm not saturating the guest check. Okay, I'm just, okay, and then you go ahead and pat it down. If you bring it from the edge out, it will help to keep the napkin down. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing on this one. I'm going to start with the pot. This is a liquid glue, so you have more time to play with this than the fabric tack. So here I'm just going along all those little flowers, and that's going to help have places for this to go down. If there's something that you definitely want to see through, you can add, you know, more, make sure that you have glue in that area. I have a butterfly here we're going to cover. Got flowers going on over here, and you can see I'm just kind of going in the line grassy motion. Now I'm going to go around the outside. Okay. And pick it up and bring it over and put it down. Okay. Okay, so it ends up, it's not totally transparent like it would be if you were using Mod Podge, but it still gives a great look. But also, I have noticed that I don't have as much of a chance of the paper doesn't curl as much. Okay, so there's that. The cool thing about these guest checks is there is a list page on the back, and it does end up being upside down, but that's okay. That's just because when you know, do that, that's why. Okay, so let's go ahead, and we could glue this down, but I'm going to use my stapler. I have the tiny attacher. It was a gift a couple years ago from Jana. Thank you. And there we go. Okay, and then gosh, I like these. I'm gonna go ahead and I think this is the place to add one of those. I'm gonna go ahead and use my fabric tack just because it'll glue faster. I wonder if we put a map page behind it, if we'll like it. Yeah, we'll go ahead. So I'm going to grab some of that glue, and because there was more than what we needed. Put that there, put that down there. And you could add, yeah, like that look. Okay, so I'm going to try and take the plastic off the back of this leaf. And I'm going to add that also up here. Oh, I love what that brought this green up here. Love it. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it down with fabric tack. Okay, so I'm going to put some fabric tack here and add that to the back. Okay. Okay, so there's my first guest check. I love it. Love it, love it. Okay. I was thinking you could go ahead and add one of the sequins in there if you wanted to. We have a ladybug, we have butterfly. Let me see. Kind of like that. And I'm going to need to use a stapler to put it on there. Okay, So there I have a guest check to add to my 2 paper clips. I love it. Now, let's see. I think we'll move to the pretty little yellow tag. One of the things I know I'm going to want to cut that off. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and let's play with this a little bit. Okay, where's one of our squares? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add that just like that. Okay, I do like that. And I think just putting this on there, I like it. It's very simple. Okay, so we've used one of our things as a base. So one of our little tags. And okay, we could just leave it just like that. Could add, ooh, I like that. Okay, cut this off. Remember that came from our guest check. I do like to use up all the pieces. And I really like the bottoms of these guest checks anyway. Okay, so this gives us a little mini tag. So that's 4 of our 4 things. Four things. Okay, now I have this. I'm thinking to take 3 of them, 3 of the pieces. Okay, like this. And then fold them over. Okay, so that's 2. Fold them over. And we would have a little waterfall. Okay, you see that? Okay, now usually I would go ahead and well, let's show you. Okay, so I'm going to take this piece out, and this one where it folds, we're going to go ahead and fold it down just about 1/4 of an inch. So I'm using 3 of the note papers here. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and fold it back up, actually, and attach that in. Okay. Make sure it will fold down. Okay. Now what happens is we've got this, it flips up, this flips up, this will flip up. Okay. Then we're going to come and do the same thing again. So we're going to pull this one down. What you saw, we staggered the right side. Okay, now I'm going to pull it back up where it was. That's the part I forgot to do last time. It just made it harder to put it. Okay, then we'll go ahead and put this in the fold right on top of the other one. Make sure you fold this down so that everything stays where it's supposed to. And there we go. We have a waterfall. And now we want to go ahead and attach, possibly, if you want to, put things on the bottom. I'm going to take one of our guest check pieces and add that right here. And I actually can make that be a pocket. So I'm going to put it on the bottom one. Okay, I'm going to use the fabric tack. No, I'm going to use the Tombow Mono Liquid Glue because it gives them a much finer line of glue. I'm going to put it down here on this bottom one. Okay. And then a little tag can go in that pocket down here on the back page. Okay. So there's that. So let's check this. Will that, if I put that on there, will you be able to, yeah. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this little pot of grass I am going to cut across because I want it as close to the bottom there as I can get it. Okay, so many of these items that you see added in today were items that people requested be added. So, and this is how we get to add some things in, is through the mini challenge and the challenge. So it helps if you, especially when there's rules like this where it's just junk, but we have pretty things that we've collected that would fit our theme. I'm going to come around the edge. Let's pick this up. And I'm going to put it down on this page right here. All the way down to the bottom. Okay. And then on here there was some like little seed packets. Oh, I've got my, and markers. They're like popsicle sticks or something that you would mark what you planted. And so I'm going to grab those. And put that on this this one also. Okay, so we've made something with our tickets, we've made something with our note papers now, and one small tag. Okay, so you want a total of 6 things that you make for your journal, using at least 4 of the items that were added into our kits today. Okay, so there's that. So another thing that we can do, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut around. We'll cut that one off. And I'm going to cut around the little sunflower pot, and I think I'm going to have it kind of fall over. down here on the bottom. Oh, it might fit. It fits. Okay, so it can come down here on the bottom. Okay, so you get the idea. So we've used the guest check, the napkin, and so I'm thinking, what if, yeah, I'm going to go across this one, and I'm going to put a pocket here using this piece of fabric. Okay, let's see if we can get, yeah, this piece won't have, go ahead and use the pinking shears. Okay, so again, you're making 6 items using at least 4 items on each thing out of the items that I gave you this time. Okay, so, and we'll go over those items again in just a moment that you get to add into your kit. You only get to add it if you actually do the mini challenge in the challenge. You post your mini challenge, finished mini challenge in the challenge in the June Just Junk Journal Challenge Facebook group. Okay, so there's that. Okay, and that's going to give us a place to add a tag. So go ahead and just make okay. Oh, we don't want these sticking to things. Let's go ahead and put that up there. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add, let's add that right there. Okay, so it's kind of like a little tab, but it is one of our flowers that we're using. I like that. And then come down and put one on our little pocket here. Okay, so put it on our pocket. Okay. So we used note paper, napkin, fabric, and part of the guest check. So we've used our 4 items. And then we also used our punched out flowers that we're going to be using. So I think that is awesome. I love it. I love it. What if we added just a little tab right there? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut this with the pinking shears. Should we do it like this or like this? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stick this back to back. Okay. back to back like that. Okay, come up here and add that. I want to make sure it sticks, but also want to see what it's going to look like down here. Okay. So we have that tab. We have this tab. Okay, I love it. I love it. I do think I want to distress this pocket down here. It doesn't have to be distressed a whole lot, but give it some color. It's not just white. Okay, so there's that. Then we have places to put small tags inside here. Okay, so our small tag, those can go inside there. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so one more. I think I'm going to go ahead and I want to make a belly band, a side belly band. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use our fabric. I'm going to use these 3 tickets, and I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Oh, we should have. Remember, you can use any scissors that you have. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, since we're putting this on fabric. I have done these where I just put the tickets straight down, because of the perforation, I think that it's going to be, this time I'm going to go ahead and put them onto the fabric. Okay. Okay. I'm going to add we have the ivy here. Pot of ivy. Okay, and then we have the echinacea. We do have the orange one. Might as well use these pieces. Use these pieces up. So, and then we're going to want to add a 4th item. Got a lot of items here. So let me know what you think of this mini challenge in the challenge. In the comments. So come back. Come back and comment. Would be great. Okay, so I'm going to use the Tombow this time on the napkin. I love using napkins. So again, this napkin was part of what the Patreons got in May. You saw their little embellishment kit. It included some of my favorite things. The wallpaper to make a cover for a journal. This time they got the pens that I like to use to make charms. They got lace, tablecloth lace to be able to coffee dye some lace. Some note papers. They did get some of the table scatter. It's a different one than that one. It's more like a rose. They got a 2021, two 2021 sequins. Okay, let's see. We have a butterfly. We have a flower. Do we have another one? There it is. Too big. Don't like that. We need to add something else. You know, we could put like the bee or the, let's do the ladybug because we did the bee last time. So that, if we put a ladybug on here, I think that's actually probably, yeah, there's a ladybug on there. So napkin, ticket, fabric, ladybug. And what this will do is it'll go in the journal on a side page, and it will hold, be like a little tuck spot to hold something. So I think that that's pretty cool there. You know, I'm looking at it, I'm like going, something, it needs something. Maybe some fabric tape. Apparently, I was called out on my replacement for washi. That's what we're going to call this. Replacement for washi. Fabric tape. If you like to use, but I'm not even gonna tape it this time. I'm just gonna glue it down. Okay, so we're just going to glue a piece of the garment here, because that will give us some of the great color. And then what if well, before the ladybug, that would have been cool. Okay, like that. down and add this. If it doesn't seem to stay, I will, I'll staple it. Okay, so we made, my 6 items are a diagonal ticket tuck. Diagonal ticket tuck. The little mini tag. We did make 2 ticket paper clips. Okay, and our waterfall. Okay. And our guest check. Okay, so this is mini challenge in the challenge 6.2, and that just means that it is our 2nd week, 6 months. 6 months, 2nd week. Okay, and we're making 6 embellishments using the items that I gave you for this mini challenge. And what are those items? We have 3 guest checks, 6 assorted tags. Oh, wait a minute. 6 guest checks. Sorry about that. 6 guest checks, 6 assorted small tags. Okay, so under 5 inches. 6 note papers. 24 sequins or table scatter. 10 silk flower blossoms. Then you can also add in the green pieces from those stems into your kits, okay? And so that you can use those. And 4 paper clips. Also, 24 inches of a 1 to 2 inch strip of fabric. And 1 napkin. Okay, let's check our list. Check it twice. Okay, 4 paper clips, 6 guest checks, 6 note papers, 6 assorted small tags, 10 tickets, 10 silk flowers, and you get the greens from the silk flowers, 24 sequins or table scatter, 1 napkin, 1 24-inch strip of fabric that's 1 to 2 inches wide. Okay, so that's a lot of items you get to add, and then you need to make 6 embellishments for your journal that have at least 4 of the items that we use. So here we had the fabric, the ticket, the napkin, the sequins. So we have 4. Here we had note paper, napkin, fabric, and the guest check. Okay. Here we had the guest check, the napkin, the sequin or table scatter, and the fabric. Here we had ticket, napkin, table scatter, paper clip. Here we had fabric, guest check, tag, sequin, paper clip. So there's at least 5 here. Here we had the paper clip, the ticket, the fabric, and the flower, and the sequin. Okay, so there you go. That is mini challenge in the challenge 6.2. The deadline will be 6/18. Please go watch one of these videos when this is over. And don't forget to come back and answer these questions. So which one was your favorite? Which one are you going to try? Patreons, Emerald Patreons, your embellishment kit is on its way. Have a great day. Bye. Bye-bye.